Hey, what's up, YouTubers, day traders, and market participants? Your boy is back. Gonna kind of give you an overall view of the market today, and it's going to be the bull case scenario, right? I'm going to show some key technical indicators that are going to show you why we could grind higher, and then also stocks that are hitting their all-time highs. And statistically, that means when you buy at all-time highs, you could have done that for the past decades and still always came out on top. I don't like buying at all-time highs unless it's for a day trade, a quick scalp when you see that momentum come, you hit it, end of the day. So we're going to look at the ones that are at all-time highs, but then also the ones that are getting close to their all-time highs, and they will also probably most likely break through those all-time highs. It's just all in a cycled type of environment. That's just how the market rolls. So if you're gonna find some value in this, if you do, like, comment, subscribe, join the family. Going to be new to YouTube. Excited to share my 10 years of experience in the market with you guys. I've done a lot of educational, been through a lot of educational platforms and a lot of educational mentors. So very excited to start my own journey here on YouTube. So do like, comment, subscribe, and join the family. So let's go ahead and get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's start with the VIX. Why are we starting with the VIX? And we're looking at the weekly charts here. And before you get into anything, check the weekly chart. It has made my trading jump to a whole new level. All right, so VIX, back to the VIX. We are now under the $20 range, which is very, very good. Means we could keep chopping up higher. That's basically the bullish case scenario. On the daily, it actually rejected. You can see that down here. We actually rejected off of the 20 and getting under the 200 moving average, which is very, very good. Means, but we're in this chop zone and it could stay there forever. But that's good. That means this is when markets go up and this is when markets go down, when we have these huge spikes in volatility in VIX, in the fear index, basically. So fear is going down. That is good. That is the best thing to look when you want to be bullish, right? So what stocks are at all-time highs, right? You got key ones at all-time highs, some following right behind it. We could start with Roblox. Roblox at all-time highs, missed the boat here. Best time to have got in on this, and let's get the handy dandy. That's the screenshot. Let's get the drawing tool out. That would have been the best time to buy, which was a few weeks ago, probably when everything was hitting their all-time lows. This would have been the next time to buy. You got a huge green shot off of off of the 20 period moving average, and then the rest was history. I would not chase this. I wouldn't even, I would wait at least for it to come back down to this level before I would even take a shot on the daily. This is just too far extended. Here would have been a good time to get in. There was your next time to get in. Here is your other time to get in, but it's already gone. So Roblox, it was nice to meet you. Just a great example of strength being in the market, right? Netflix is another one of those strengths in the market. Just look at that. Purely up at all-time highs weekly. Don't touch it unless you're like doing really fast scalps. I wouldn't even touch that. Spotify, same thing. This is all not a financial advice. This is just what I'm looking at, what I'm doing, things I consider, and sometimes I say we for myself, for me, myself, and I, right? So Spotify right up there too, at the top. Altria. Altria is one of those getting near the top, right? But Altria moves slow, so but on options for Ultra, you could make a pretty penny. The time was to get in for sure on the daily. Your best bet would have been here. Then you would have, because you're green taking over red in the crucial area of support. Shoots straight up. Do we get another candle straight into that high on Monday? Possibly, right? So this is a one to keep on the radar for a Monday break of high into new highs type of idea. Disney also at local highs, not all-time highs, but local highs. could potentially push through, get to that one famous 120 mark on Disney and then reverse. Other ones at highs are snow. Snow's right up there. It also great buying opportunity set up here. But I guess snow is not really too extended. It is starting to get extended here, but we're not really that extended. We can get really pretty extended. So snow might even just take out some of these all-time highs on snow. Let's see if this is okay. No, so we have a ways to go for the all-time high, and that was dating back to last year November or last year February. My apologies. So yeah, I could see this kind of maybe coming up to 220, then taking a breather and then shooting back up. But we have, it's not that hard to believe that we can get to those all-time highs on snow. It's right around the corner. So this might be for sure something to look at um on the Sunday stock talk for sure. Let's add it to the Sunday list as well. It's looking great. What else we got? Roma Aklo is one of those ones where it's just having a lot of news right now. A lot of news. Um, I like where it's at. I would really wait just a little bit, at least come back. This is a good opportunity to buy, but it's kind of a tough one. It's not the best setup in my eyes. I would say be very cautious with Aklo. Some of your staple stocks, man. This one, Cola, is not near its all-time highs, but it's doing very well on the weekly chart. You know, Coca-Cola's in the same boat as Altria, right? They are the staple value stocks, the um, backbone stocks of Dow Jones. So you can kind of see like we're just holding this eight moving average all the way up. It's just going to take another candle like this as we're above the moving averages to shoot you up into all-time highs, right? So Coca-Cola really close there I guess I wouldn't say all-time highs, maybe not just local highs, maybe all-time highs, who knows, at least dating back from the last 2 years, right? So Coca-Cola really close also to getting to those all-time highs. What else we got right on the horizon? Ready to check Netflix, GE, another great example of a stock that is, look at that, just pushing through the all-time highs. Also a safety play, right? So we're seeing a lot of value stocks kind of being at these highs. Microsoft being at these highs, could possibly take it out, could have a double top. It is very extended. This is very extended from the eight moving average, even on the weekly. So this one is, in my eyes, it's grinding. But if I were to play this, I would have a very, very tight stop. Um, into that high. It would either be the high or the tight stop gets broken, and I don't really like that. There's not really that much upside. There is upside, obviously, of course. There's no selling that happens, but it's made a pretty big move in the last month, a month and a half. This is a huge move right here. So it has been moving slowly. Could it keep going? Yes, of course. Anything could happen. But the odds are, and then on the 4 hour, this is getting very extended. This is very extended. I don't like to see that on the 4 hour. Very extended. Here, questionable. Here, you could still play it because we were just in this range of kind of getting extended. But now, after we've made that other leg, this is technically the first leg. Now we're making this second leg, and now we're in a very, very extended state. So the move has matured on the 4 hour. On the daily, you could argue that this right here is what we see on the daily. But it's grinding. It's grinding. So I'd be very, very cautious with Microsoft at these all-time highs. Avago, right up there too. It's in the zone. It has also had a pretty extended move. Very extended. Not too many chances to buy this. I mean, there were chances for sure. in the big in the at the end of May. There you have one nice green off of the 8 moving average. Here you had another one protecting, pulls back into the moving average, you buy, and then boom, boom, boom. Then this one you could have, but at this point in time, look at this move. You got one leg, pulls back, two legs right here, pulls back, three legs. That's a big third extension leg. So then it took a little bit more time, and then finally another leg. So this is on a four leg push already. Is this yeah, let's see. One, two. This one is a two leg. This is that. That's a two leg. The pause was very brief. So that's one, two, three, four, pulls back five. That's a lot of legs, man. I would say we have some pullback for sure in Avigo before. I mean, you never know though. You never know. Could just always keep grinding, but it would be nice to see this on a pullback before it just shoots through. Um, McDonald's. So back, on that, some of these are looking better than other ones. McDonald's is one that is also just holding. So McDonald's and Coca-Cola have been holding their 8 moving average, but they haven't hit their all-time highs um Altria has, Netflix has, Roblox has. Roblox is it's a that's a big statement to put Roblox in the same category as the ones I just mentioned. But who knows? I think that who knows where Roblox will end up in the future, and it's in a lot of people's portfolios as kind of staples, like Kathy Wood, for example, who have those in their portfolios as a staple investment. So McDonald's also kind of getting really close and holding its moving average, 8 moving average into the highs. Um, something we want to see where there's positive momentum, right? GE. Did we go over crowd? Crowd strike is also just pushing straight through, hit all-time highs. Great example of how this market, how we're just constantly pushing into all-time highs. Altria just had a crazy earnings, right? A whole dollar above estimate, so they just rocketed up, shot up. So now on the weekly chart, we are actually in a very good spot to see where this could go for the next year, because we were under it for a while. Now we pushed above. Once you get above, it could be a very valid investment for a solid long time once it holds above the weekly 200 moving average. On the daily, on the daily it just broke over, so it's perfect. But we're very extended. We're very high up here. We may never come back. Who knows? There's also the idea of all gaps need to be filled. That's not really proven to be always correct. Um, it's just right here. I would not participate. Not yet. I would like for it to come down for sure first to the 8 moving average on a few charts. Let's see the hourly. So the hourly, it's finally gotten a little close, kind of held that gap up. I don't even think I would touch it on the hourly because I'm a very big swing trader. So at least the 4 hour has to get down there, has to get down there to that 4 hour before I really, really, really want to participate in this. But looks very strong. Looks very, very strong. Visa right there as well. Visa is perfectly positioned to jump straight through. Where was the best? It wasn't, now is not the best time to buy, but if you get a pullback in the next day or two, get a little bit of red, like small reds, not big reds, small reds, then like this, or, like some of these inside green candles, get some pullbacks like that. Good times to set up, but your stop should be when you break those lows of those candles, then you're out. Done deal. Trade is over. That's simple. You gotta be ruthless with trades that start to not plan out and you lose that one bar. So here would have been that great case example of that one bar. This would have been front running it a little bit more. I would have been very nervous to buy there, but this bar would have been perfect to buy because I'm showing strength jump into the, I keep messing up that. You're showing strength come off of the 200 with a solid green bar. Volume is pretty much there as well. You have a nice, yeah, you have this nice good candle there. That's just an extra confluence um showing you, and then boom, what did you have after that? Straight up. So Visa was kind of a missed opportunity there. Did not get in Visa, but it's also pushing straight up, straight into those highs. Looks very good. RTX. Loving RTX. I'm in RTX right now. Defense stock. Donald Trump wants to allocate a lot of money to the defense system. So, is that going to be the plays of the year? Are we going to see all of the defense stocks go crazy? We've already started seeing a lot of them move. So, who knows? But where did I buy? I bought on Thursday at the close, which was right here, which is this green candle. This green candle taking over red at a moving average. Perfect. First day already on Friday, boom, right out the gate. Showed great strength right above the moving average with some volume. So I trimmed. I did trim. Always if you have profits, trim. I start my trim process at up 30% on the trade. Up 30% is up 30%, guys. That's good. So that's where I first took my first trim. I'm hoping that the next candle or next 2 days we can take out this all-time high, which then I will trim a little bit more at all-time highs or near all-time highs. And then hopefully I can get one more good solid candle or have a trailing stop loss on this position as it keeps moving up. And the rotation into these other stocks, 3M is not yet a buy opportunity, not yet, because we're seeing weakness at the moving averages. I want to see some strength kick in. Once I can see a nice, once I can see a nice, beautiful, solid green candle come in here and take out around the moving average, I'm punching. I'm punching in long right there to these highs, waiting to see if we get, a few green candles that just come in and take out that high. And are we going to go to all-time highs? Don't know, but I'll be trimming as we go up to that level and then taking the last bit out as we reach into all-time highs as the swing trade takes place. So that's what I have for this video. A lot of good stocks going up to all-time highs, some hitting their all-time highs. Great plays. The VIX is under that $20 mark, which shows that we are less fears in the market. That is good. That means we can keep grinding higher until the next catalyst hits us. So uh, stay on your toes, guys. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to the promised land together. Because when there's a will, there's a way. I hope I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.